Welcome back to our Coca-Cola Cup evening. Our look at last night's exhilarating action begins at the Valley, where Charlton and Wimbledon, having scored 9 goals between them in the first leg, carried on where they left off. Reporting, Gabriel Clark.
Wimbledon arrived at the Valley with a point to prove and a defence to shore up. Vinnie Jones had never known a spell like it. Just 4 games, but 14 goals conceded. Tony Yeboah managed 3 of them, and so did another remarkable player, Charlton's teenager Lee Bowyer, whose career was almost derailed by a positive drug test last season.
What happened to Lee Bowyer? I mean, if you'd have said it was so-and-so at the club got caught for drugs, I'd have gone, yeah, I can see that one. But not Lee. You know, he loves football so much that he would never do anything to jeopardise it. And it was a big blow to him. And I don't think he's ever going to recover from the stigma of it. But obviously, football terms, he has.
Stopping Dean Holdsworth figured strongly in Alan Kirbishley's team talk. Holdsworth had scored twice in that amazing 5-4 first leg, and the Wimbledon boss Joe Kinnear and the gum-chewing godfather of the crazy gang, Sam Hammam, knew much would depend on Holdsworth maintaining that form. With a goal to make up, Sam wasn't sitting too comfortably once the game began, but then he never does. If Wimbledon's early ascendancy was predictable, then so was Vinnie Jones' arrival in the referee's notebook. His collision with Jamie Stewart didn't impress ref Paul Durkin, who'd seen an elbow. Apparently it belonged to Jones. For the 5th time this season, Vinnie would see yellow. And the case for the defence was quickly dismissed. Soon after, Wimbledon's back 4 were treated with equal contempt by Charlton's 2 wide men. Number 9, John Robinson, worked himself some space, but where was the marking as Sean Newton dashed in from the right? 1-0, 6-4 to Charlton on aggregate. Wimbledon had work to do, and within 10 minutes, Holdsworth had turned a half chance into his 3rd goal of the tie. Suddenly, there was the same ebb and flow about the play that had conjured up 9 goals in the first leg. Just a minute into the second half, Wimbledon had tied it up. Holdsworth nearly scored. Robbie Earle from right on the line did. 2-1 to Wimbledon, 6-all on aggregate. And the balance of power had shifted back to the Premiership side for the first time since they scored the opening goal at Selhurst Park. Just to make things even more interesting, one of the floodlights then decided to take the rest of the night off. The teams were able to play on, but it was out of that gloomy darkness that Robinson emerged, tricking his way past Cunningham to conjure up a chance for Carl Leaburn. 10 minutes for Charlton to hold on, but they couldn't manage it. Robinson found defending against Cunningham a little tougher. Now the end-to-end excitement would be stretching into another 30 minutes of extra time. Dean Holdsworth doesn't miss penalties. And after 2 games and 14 goals, the side still couldn't be separated. Fittingly, it was Bowyer and Robinson who combined for the decisive goal. The teenager's pass read beautifully by Robinson. 3-all, 8-7 on aggregate to Charlton, who go forward to round 3. Wimbledon don't, and that's why a desperately disappointed Joe Kinnear is now threatening major changes to his side.
15 goals. The 15th goal decided it, and it was a super goal as well, wasn't it?
Absolutely wonderful goal.
It was a classic.
Now this involves this young lad Lee Bowyer again, doesn't it?
Well, you know, I haven't seen him live as yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing him. But everybody's telling me, you know, what a player he is. So I mean, some magnificent football. Look at that ball there. Wasn't that a super ball? But what a good finish too. You know, just lifted it over the goalkeeper, bent it in the corner. I'm delighted for Charlton because, you know, they've got their lovely little ground sorted out now. They're getting, you know, good gates, and they've got good young players. Let's hope they can keep holding on to them.
Alan Kirbishley, the manager.
Well, Alan's saying he doesn't want to sell any of his players. And really now, as I say, they've got all the things sorted out with the stadium and everything else. And they've been battling in the last few years, getting nearly there. This could be their year to get
Different
promotion.
story for Wimbledon, Ian. Joe Kinnear saying, because he's had a lot of patience with his lads, but he's actually saying time to chop and change maybe.
Well, maybe the crazy gang have been together, a lot of them, just too long. And again, maybe it needs a bit of a shake-up there. And Joe's a man to know that. He'll know what he can do.